All right, welcome back to another special episode of Something Like a Podcast. I am the one RM.
And I'm the one Aaron Swarm. Okay. Let's get to our shoutouts very quick. Clutch Crew Sports, you can find them on YouTube. You can find them on Spotify. And you can find them on Apple Podcasts. Great sports content. And you want to go ahead and check those guys out. Those guys are fun to talk to. I talk to all of them on a daily basis. Great down-to-earth guys. Go check them out.
Okay.
Also, go ahead and check out OTH Heroics. They are also on Twitter. You can also find them at .com too with the sports forum. Great sports articles created by amazing, talented writers from the branch. Check them out now.
So we wanted to touch on some video games this episode. Now, if I'm being totally honest, I have fell out of playing video games for a while now. Just recently, I got Injustice 2.
How is it?
It is just like Injustice 1, but just like different.
Injustice 1,
but just different characters. I don't know. I think the newer video games are good, but for some reason I like the older ones. I love the
graphics, man.
The graphics are incredible.
Freaking awesome.
The graphics are incredible, but I don't know. Just to immerse yourself, like when I got Red Dead Redemption 2. I bought the game. I got the gold version, whatever that is. I think I paid $65 for this. It was like a year ago. I played it for about 2 hours. It's just a lot. It's a lot to do. And I'm like, I have other stuff, that I wanted to focus on. So I found out the game is 60 hours long. Now they're saying if you play like the main missions, you might be able to, beat it in maybe 10 hours less than that. But I'm like, I can't play that. So the games I do get, and I don't want to hog this, I'm going to bring you in. The games I do get are games I can kind of pick up, play, and then finish it like sports games or maybe fighting games where I could just have like a few rounds or a few games and then, I can move on. But we're talking to a gamer here. So you do something that I know nothing about. How did you get into live streaming your video games?
So I got a brother that wants to get into it, so I just was watching, and I fell in love with Day by Daylight. I was for one, I didn't like it at first when I started playing, so I kind of fell off. I started playing for almost 2 months, fell off. So then I got back to it. Go ahead.
Why didn't you like it at first?
Because it was the same stuff over and over, where you come into a party and you go ahead and you get into a different kind of map, and you've lost a killer that you're trying to escape doing the gens.
Okay.
You have to do all 5 generators with a team of people, with 3 other people, and you have to try to escape. It's like Hangman. You get hanged 3 times, you dead.
Okay.
Your skin is dead. Your character's dead.
Okay. So I saw this a while back, and we talked a little bit about it off the air. So this game has been out for about 3 years, right?
Yeah, 2016.
2016.
Almost didn't make it, actually.
Really?
It was that bad.
The game was it buggy or just?
It was
not
really
fun?
buggy. It was really buggy. That if you
Sounds
anybody
like a great
can look
idea.
it up. Anybody can look it up. It's a great idea, but the graphics was crap. It was buggy, and the kills was overpowered.
Oh, really?
It's a survival game, so the survival definitely is overpowered.
Okay.
They have a lot of issues that they need to fix out, though.
Okay, so let me say this before I forget it. I don't know if this is it's got to be the same game, because when I saw the trailer, there was this killer and he was walking through like a high school hallway. Is this one of the stages can you be in like a high school?
Springwood.
Okay, so this is the same game, and they were kind of saying how you could set up traps for your victims, and
that's Trapple.
Okay, and how sometimes I don't know if it's a special power the killer gets, but he can kind of teleport.
Yes, that'll be the Demigorgon.
Okay.
I call them Demigorgon.
Oh, so they're different killers that have different powers.
It is.
Okay.
They license some of these killers, like Michael Myers, the Demigorgon.
Michael Myers is in this game?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You should get into it.
Huh.
You can definitely download it.
Tell me more about it.
Yeah. So it's fun. Like I said, you get toxic people. Again, I like to be toxic. So going back to what you're saying streaming-wise, I got into it. I fell in love with the game. I'm like, I want to go ahead. I want to stream. I enjoy this. So I started streaming, and I love it. I stream every day. I've been streaming almost for like 3 weeks, it seems like, but I totally love it.
Okay.
I meet new people. I met a couple of Twitch. I met a couple of Twitchers, but I know I call them Twitchers, but the people off Twitch, they're just known as Twitch. And this one guy on there that I watch all his streams, and I'll just comment, give him bits, and then to my chat the other night, and I was like, wow. I was not trying to act, like Sergeant, like, oh my god. It was like, oh my god. So it's like, and I give him, like, you can award players if they entertain you enough, you can buy bits off of them, and they get money off that. So you give them each something, you see something they like, you can award them with bits. I gave him I award him with bits because I like his game, I like his gameplay. He was like, oh, thanks, Aaron, for the 100 bits, for the 100 biddies, bro.
Okay.
So yeah, he's awesome. I like watching them. His name is Squid Savage 4.
That's an interesting name.
It is. He's not a bad gamer.
Okay. The allure of this game is the survival part. So I haven't watched one of your full Twitches because, like we were talking about off the air, Twitches or
Twitch.
You're streaming on Twitch. I haven't watched the full, but they were like 3 hours long. But what I did do is I skipped ahead a little bit and I watched some. It seems like it's pretty intense.
It is. Like, I actually have my best game of my career of the BD on one of my older streams. Right. Where I'm actually sitting there and I'm the Fang, the Gen junkie, and I'm sitting there and my dumb self didn't really pay attention, but the hatch, because at the end of the game you can get the hatch if all the people die and you're the only one that's left. So I was the only one left, so I had the hatch right there. I didn't even know it. I'm too busy having fun. I ran this killer around, this snitch around the whole entire game. I'm just sitting there looping whole self.
Okay, so when you're the last person, then you can kill the killer?
No, you can't touch the killer.
What's the hatch? I don't know what that is.
The hatch means when you escape. It's like going through the doors.
Oh, got you.
You can't touch the killer.
I thought, for some reason, I heard hatchet, so I thought like you get a hatchet so you can now fight back the killer.
No, this is not that, no.
Okay, so you just escape, and then the killer can't get you.
Exactly. But the thing is, I was looping one. And that was one of the best, like, I maxed out on every kind of blood point that you can think of.
Oh, so the killer is a person. The killer is controlled by a person.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the computer.
No, it's not. Nope.
That's even better.
It is. It's coming from a person. Like,
so how do you choose who gets to be the killer?
You don't. Like, you don't know who you're getting.
Okay.
It's like when you start playing, you do know because when you first start playing, they let you know who is your killer. But then as you play it, after you get through all the killers, you don't know who it is.
Oh wow.
So
who's the best killer?
Somebody that doesn't camp, somebody that doesn't tunnel you, somebody that puts you on the hook, goes and finds the survivor, somebody that plays the game like they're supposed to. That's a good killer.
So when you say don't tunnel you,
means if I get off the hook, next you know I'm healing the heart radius and they're on me again.
So they just stand by.
And basically, yeah, I had that a lot this morning. Like I kind of went off on one of my streams this morning.
Wow. So I guess what you're supposed to do is you find somebody, you catch them, you put them on the hook, and then you just go off and get other people.
You're supposed to go get the other 3.
But if there's 5 people, why would
it's 4.
Oh, it's 4 people.
Yeah, it's 5 people that go, including the killer, so it's only 4 survivors.
So if there's 4 survivors, okay, so let me ask this question.
Go ahead.
Does the killer get points?
Yes. So they get minus blood points if you're camping. If you're camping like that, though, because the system knows that you're camping, so you lose blood points.
Okay, so it's in their best interest to
just go find people.
Put you on the hook, and then go find other people so they can get them on the hook.
Because what happens, there's a lot of rage quits.
Okay.
Sportsmanlike conducts, I call it. It's like they go penalty flag, throw the flag. Sportsmanlike conduct.
Well, you know what? I experienced that. I used to be one of the, and I'm tooting my own horn here. I used to be one of the best 2K basketball players. I mean, I was good. I would go online, and just like you said, I go online and play, and maybe by halftime, people are quitting. You know how they just disconnect their game or do something where it's like your opponent is no longer available. So I used to kick their butts. So I know what you mean. I got my butt kicked too before, but I never rage quit. I don't rage quit ever. I would lose by 30 points and just like, okay, it is what it is. I just met somebody who's better than me. So I can understand what you're saying, where players, they disconnect their games or something like that.
Because the thing is, it's frustrating because I know I had this one game with this. I had the best game of my career. Somebody rage quit, even though I died at the end of this Norse game. I'm talking about on my past broadcast. But she got me at the end. But I was just I was bullying the stuff out of her.
Oh, really?
I was bullying her because she couldn't get me. Like I was looping her. Like
Okay.
because that's supposed to. I'm learning. Like I'm getting better at the gameplay. So it's like because you got ranking systems from 20 down to 1. So I'm at rank 9.
Okay.
So it didn't take me long to rank down. It doesn't take you long in this game to rank down as long as you learn every map and stuff. But you got like these perks that makes you have the game a little bit. It helps you survival.
Okay.
Basically, so you can have a perk where windows of opportunity where you can see all the window sills that you can hop over or the pallets that you can drop onto the killer. You can stun the killer with the pallets.
Okay.
Especially, and I'm like, blank. Well, so what I'm saying that is basically like if there was a chase happening, because I got everything out of order. Let me put everything back. Well, if there's a chase happening, there's a pallet and I throw it down. I stun the killer. I'd be like, yo, respect the pallet. Beep, 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 beep. Basically, and everybody gets a kick out of that. That's one of my top things. I should have swing and a miss. I should definitely have a short made swing and a miss. Because people
Those are
like
ideas.
people dig it.
So, but this is it's the same question, but it's different. Who's the best killer, though? Like, out of the Michael Myers and all these other killers?
I would say the Spirit and the Oni, I would say maybe, because they just muffed him. But the thing is, the same with the Spirit, they just muffed her too. But the thing is, you get this called a 4K, where you kill all 4 survivals. They call it a 4K or 1K, 2K, 3K, depending on if anybody escapes. And 4K is what you want. You don't want nobody to escape on you.
Okay.
But that's going. What you're saying is that's the 2 top killers. I would say that's the best out of all of them.
Because I'm guessing the one could teleport.
Yeah, the Spirit could teleport. The Norse used to be overpowered until they nerfed her. So she had 4 blinks at one point. Now she has 2.
Okay.
But you can still like if you like. I was doing like I was like I don't know what I was that night. I think I was like Michael Jordan out on DBD the other night because like I said I was juking her left and right. Like it was intense. It really gets intense. Like I'm like honestly again. I do want to, like I said, I do want to thank people that's actually watching and that's actually following me, hitting the bell icon up at the top. That tells me I'm trying to be entertaining. So
absolutely.
That's part of what I am because obviously I'm doing this and then I'm doing my stream, and so I like to be entertaining. I love what I do, and I just love the support because of that tells me I'm doing something right.
Right. So we're going to get into some of our. I like to leave on high notes. So, what's the worst video game you've ever played?
Oh my god! I don't think I even. Hold on. I know as a kid. I don't think there was even anything that I really didn't like. Yeah, I didn't like. Like I used to play Ben 10 when that was popular back when I was a kid. I used to play. I used to be bad.
Okay.
Because I used to get mad and throw my controller.
Oh, really?
Dead serious.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I was growing up. I used to play all sports games. I never played anything like I'm playing now with DBD until recently.
I can't think of the worst video game I've ever played, but I'll say the most disappointing video game I ever played. A lot of my lists are going to include basketball games. NBA Live, I want to say it got to a point. NBA Live used to be like a mini NBA Jam because they would do dunks in the game that you can't pull off in real life. No one's doing like 2 360s in the air and dunking the ball. And sometimes I would see that on NBA Live, and it was cool when we were younger. But then when 2K came out, their whole thing was about
realistic.
Yes. So all the moves are real, the dunks are real. And I remember playing that, and something said, you know what, go back and try NBA Live. The new NBA Live that came out, it might have been like 2002.
They stopped making them, I think.
Yeah, because they suck. They either suck or not enough people are engaging in these games. 2K, it just takes over.
It's big. It
takes over. But it was like 2000.
Good.
I think it was 2002. Vince Carter was on the cover of this NBA Live game. And when I played it, they had like sound effects when the players were dunking. And I'm like, I don't want to play this. It just seemed fake. You come off a game where it's like, wow, it's like the realest basketball game I ever played. And then you go back to an old faithful. NBA Live was first. That was the first like juggernaut for basketball games. And then you go back and you play it and you're kind of like, oh man, they suck. And now, like you said, they went a few years where they didn't even make a game. It was that bad. Either the game was that bad or a lot of people were just like, we don't want to play it.
Why? Because you was in competition with 2K. 2K is the big.
Okay.
Is the big.
I'm glad you said
juggernaut.
that. I'm glad you said that. This is how. Okay, now we're this is still video game related, but we're gonna get into wars. EA Sports versus 2K. Now, EA Sports, they started out with Madden and NBA Live. Those were their two like juggernaut games. They were doing other games too, but when it came to sports, a hold on the sports market, it was those two. 2K comes into the mix, brings out 2K football. Have you ever played 2K football? I think they stopped
2005? Yeah, 2000.
Okay,
it was the Terror Owens. I played that one. Yes, that's
Okay.
what I got into it. That was good.
So a lot of people say that's the best football game ever made. Maybe you could speak to that better than me.
I'll say, yeah, I enjoyed the graphics for back then was high tech. Nowadays, if you look at it, you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
that's crap.
But this is the thing. A lot of people don't know that EA Sports already knew what was going on. 2K basketball already was taking out NBA Live. We cannot let them take out Madden. So what does EA do? They go to the NFL and say, we want an exclusive license with you where nobody else can make football games. That's why we don't have 2K football anymore.
Nope.
Because EA went to the NFL and said, we need this license, because if we let these 2K people come and make football games, we're done. I
didn't know that. Wow.
Yes.
You just taught me something,
Yes,
Aaron.
and I don't know how long this contract is, but like you said, 2005 was the last football game that
From 2K.
that
And I
anybody-
loved it.
Yes, that's
I
what I'm
really
saying.
want-
So many people, it's the gameplay.
Do you think, anybody out there that's listening, do you think that 2K should make another NFL game? Drop a comment and let us know
Yeah, but this is the funny thing.
if it runs out.
They
And
can't. I mean, nobody can.
I know that, but the thing is, how long is the contract for? 30 years?
They might still re-up with them. So if Madden's making all this money, who knows how much of the proceeds are going back to the NFL? Like, if, let's just hypothetically saying Madden every year makes $25 million and they give the NFL 5 to 10 million of those dollars. The NFL is going to say, okay, but if we let 2K in, but this is what I don't understand. The NFL, if they're about their money, they should let as many people as they can make football games, because now you're getting money from all different. Let the best man win. Let 2K come in, I know if they made a football game, it would be amazing. I haven't played Madden since I don't know what, but if 2K comes out with football, even though I'm not even watching football, I'll play it because I know it's going to be larger than life and it's going to be good.
That's why I think that they felt threatened, and that's why I think that they
Absolutely.
did that. But the NFL was stupid.
Yeah.
They were stupid for that when they
Yeah.
should have said, "What? No, what? No," because it's more money for the NFL. So I don't know why
Yes.
they say yes to that.
Because you're, like you said, now they're getting EA Sports sales and they're getting 2K
So what?
sales.
Who's
was EA getting on?
who was getting on who
Yeah.
right there to
It had to
get
be.
that?
It had to be for them to say, no, we're just going to let EA Sports. No. I know these voices are crazy. They just.
I love it.
But seriously.
I think the audience dig it
They
too.
probably do. It's all good. But yes, I would say 2K is the best video game developer I've ever played.
I agree to that.
Okay. So now that we've talked about video games that I know if there's a video game that I hated, I just can't think of it right now. But the disappointing one was
NBA
Live
Live,
2002.
yeah.
The best video game you've ever played.
I gotta say right now, this century, Dead by Daylight.
Okay, it's that
But
good.
it's that good to me. I enjoy it. I love playing it. I play it all day. I play it for hours. I love that game. I just want them to fix all the bugs. I want them to fix everything. They know about
But
it.
this is the first one, right?
What do you mean?
Like the first, there's not like Dead by Daylight before this one.
No.
This is the first one. So
Yeah.
usually, like with games, I guess like the first games are always like they do have to fix a lot of bugs.
They do. They actually got 10 years worth of content
Oh, really?
already saved up already in the bag.
Wow.
That's what the developer, because it's from Montreal, Ontario, whatever.
Yeah.
From up there. So the developer was saying that they have like content for 10 years plus.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm really hyped for this future of this game. They're just gonna fix a lot of bugs. It's on PC. I want to go to PC one day because I'll do it on console. It's better on PC. And they have it on all platforms that I know of, like PC, console, obviously, Xbox, console still. But like I said, I like to see what's going to happen for this future of this game.
Okay.
I really want them to make it.
Okay. Well, that's in the air. I'll say it's hard for me. This is the way I know a game has made an impact with me is when I beat it and then I keep playing it.
Beat it! So, beat it. Okay, go ahead.
Beat it and keep playing it. So
Beat it and keep playing it.
yeah, I would say The Last of Us. Have you ever played that?
No, my sibling has. I know what you're talking about. I know
Yeah,
what
that game is incredible.
I love the graphics in it. I've seen people
Yeah,
play it.
it's good, but somebody
They coming
put
out
me
with
up
another
on-
one, number
they
two.
are too, and like
2020,
I said, I don't-
2021?
Yeah, it's going to be later next year.
Yeah.
But I just told you I'm not into playing video games. That is something I will make time to play. So I'm loyal with certain video games, and that's one I will make time to play. But what I was going to say was someone put me on to something, and because he played it first. I'm bad with keeping up with new stuff. I always play stuff when it's already been out a year. And then I hear about it like, oh, really? You haven't played that yet? Nah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So what he told me, he was like, enjoy it. He said the first, because there's different ways you could play it after you beat it, but he said there's nothing like the first time when you play it because everything is new. He said just enjoy it. And that's what I did. That game was incredible. At one point in time, I would say that's the best game I ever played. I like Dark Knight too. So Arkham City, the Batman game.
I know what you're talking about. My cousin plays it, but I don't.
Oh, you don't like it?
I never played it.
It's
Again, I
incredible.
was into sports games until recently this year.
Okay.
That's all I ever played.
I was the same way.
Yeah, until this year, until I got into. Oh my god, I can't keep. I love Day by Daylight. Like
Dead by
damn,
Daylight.
it's-
I'm gonna
it's
have
good.
to look up on it, and if
You
it
do.
really intrigues me, I might give it a shot. But Batman, I played that. I played it. I beat it. I played it. I just kept playing it. Like, just the mechanics. This is okay. So we're gonna kind of segue into something else right now. The game that has the best feel. So the graphics could look good, but I'm talking about like the controllers, like the buttons are where they need to be. You ever play a game? I played this one game, I think it was on Dreamcast, and to shoot was like in the wrong place, and you couldn't go into, you know, the options and change it. So that's what made the game to me not fun, because the shoot button was just in the wrong place. I like games that when it's natural, you know where to shoot. Like if you're playing Call of Duty, the shooting mechanics to me, that's great. So it's what, right trigger to aim and left to shoot.
You tell me. I don't play that.
I think that excuse me.
Jeez, you,
But I think
you need
that's-
some water there?
Yeah, I probably do. But I think that's what it is. It's the right trigger to aim and left to shoot. And those mechanics are great. When you got the shoot button, you know, on the left bumper, that's not good. So I would say the Dark Knight, because the controls just are so great. And I love it so much. So how's Dead by Daylight? Are the controls like,
It's not.
they're not that great?
No, because the thing is, you gotta be careful of your sensitivity, because you just can't do 360s. Like on PC, you could 360 killer like no tomorrow, make them look stupid. But on consoles, a lot harder. You have
is.
to. I get some 360s in now and then if I really try. Like there's on past streams or when I have played it with off stream that I have got some 360s in. But it's not common. You literally have to drop pallets and again, but you have to operate the camera. Like, you know, you can move the camera left to right.
Oh, so
you
it
have to
takes
look
both
behind
of them
you.
to.
No, you just run
Okay.
with you have R1 and you run. This is on PlayStation. And then you have the camera on this analog stick right here. So you
Okay.
got the left to right on the right one, and you have to keep looking behind. You should always
To make
keep
sure
looking.
nobody's behind
It's
you.
how far they're away from, because you see a red stain coming from the killer's eyes. Because the killer's is first person. So each time that you see a killer running after you, they're in first person.
Yeah.
A third person. I mean, when it's
I
coming
know
through
what
the
you're
killers
saying.
of the eyes,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
the survivor's in first person.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
well, you'll sit there running. So if that red stain is the key if the killer's looking at you. Plus, if you hear heart radius, do not run.
You just hide?
You hide, because
Yeah.
if it doesn't sound, if it's not like they're not on you. But if it's like that doesn't mean that they're just looking. That doesn't mean that they're on you.
Okay.
The one thing I learned when I first started playing is I thought each time I heard that I had to dip off,
Yeah,
and
right.
at the same time that's when I got killed most of the time, because you always want to survive 12 minutes plus in each game to get Pippin. You have to pip to go down. You
Okay.
can de-pip if depends on if you gotta can't be a tunnel killer because you have to get points. And like I said, the longer you stay in, the more chance you have a shot of safety Pippen or Pippen.
Okay, cool. So what is the game that you? Okay, so I'm gonna give you this. What's the hardest game you've ever played? Before you answer that, do you play games until you beat them? Number one.
Yes, like I said, I have played Ben 10 in the past. Well, that's one of the hardest games to answer your question.
Oh, really? Ben 10?
Yeah, but no, back then I was a kid.
Okay.
So it was like it was harder to beat that. It took me a while to beat that. But what was the next question?
No, what I was going to say was like, do you beat all the games that you play? Do you beat all of them?
Sports games, you can't beat them. It's like you just keep going.
Unless you do like a season.
Yeah.
But I mean, like.
Yeah, I have done that.
Okay. Excuse me. What I was going to say was there's games
like 25 years plus in some of these games.
Yeah, I know. You can play like, with these franchise modes, they just keep 30 years. Like, no, I barely even get past year 2. But I'm being real because I'll come into, this is my problem with a lot of things. Like when I come into something, I'm so excited about it. And then after a while, I lose it. Yeah, I lose excitement. So
that's why I think EA Sports is trying to do something different with Madden. I think we got the franchise mode where you can actually be the quarterback, get drafted by a couple teams. That's going to grow by next year. We can get by more teams. Well, it'd be a little bit more realistic. And they had the franchise mode in Madden, which is because they're trying to keep up with 2K.
Because they are the originators with that. They started that a long time ago. But no, what I was going to say was like sometimes I was playing it too realistically. Like I'd play 12-minute quarters, all 82
I do
games.
15. What are you talking about? On 2K? I do too.
Okay. But I play all 82 games,
same.
and that takes a long time.
It does. I have created play, or I have one on 2K19 where I'm almost done the season. I get a chance to finish it because of 2K20. I just started.
Oh, yeah?
I just started with it. I just fell off with it because of
So let me ask you
DBD.
this about 2K, because I'm always a year behind. I was telling my nephews that I still play 2K16, and they were like, what? I just got 2K19. I know. I'm always behind. And I'm not a big advocate on buying a game just because it just comes out. Because I was talking to some family, and they're like, it's the same game. They might just have new players in it.
No, they do the animation's different.
Just little things. It's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
Do they let you like carry over players from the last game?
They're trying to.
That would be great because, to my understanding, they try to nickel and dime you. So they'll give you a player where your rating is 60.
Yeah.
And then you gotta, unless you're grinding every day, you pretty much have to buy the points.
I do. I have done that. You have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to my nephew, and he was like, sometimes when you go and you want to, like, sometimes I'm different. I don't play online like that, so I'll play the season. But he said if you go out there and you want to play online,
you have to play on. Yeah, you have to if you want.
Because you can't go out there with a 60 overall and everybody else is like 85, and so that's why you have to, buy.
But if you're offline, you can have offline. That means you don't buy that. It's not the same.
The online is better.
Obviously, they give you more perks with it.
Okay, so I know like the one that I saw. I don't know about this one, but it was like this big park, and you could just go to different courts, and you could go to Foot Locker and buy stuff.
Yeah, but in the new one, you don't have Foot Locker. I guess they lost the licenses. It's something else. It's called in the new 2K20.
But it's essentially the same thing, where it's like a big park, and you just go.
It's just not.
It's not good.
No, it's not good. It's not like Foot Locker like it was in all the other games because of I don't know what happened. They lost the licensing. I don't know anything about that. But they don't in the new game. Like they don't have Foot Locker in here. They kind of created their own shoe store that you can get like Nikes, Jordans, Adidas.
Well, at least you can get the shoes.
You can still get the shoes. Like I just got signed to a contract off of Adidas, I think. Yeah, Adidas is my guy in 2K20.
Well, I do remember that part when I was playing. I think the last mob player I played might have been 2K15.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I don't play games like that, but that was the cool part about it is like you can get drafted. I don't know I heard it's a little different now. Like
you can go undrafted.
Yeah, you can go undrafted. Back then, I don't think you could. I think you played like 2 or 3 high school games. You might have played 2 or 3 college games. Then you get drafted to the NBA, and all those games that you play really have a determining factor on where you get placed. I never thought that you could get a first overall pick. I don't know if that's possible, but I've heard people get picked first overall. I'd be busting my tail, and I might get I'd probably get top 10, but people were getting number 1 picks.
Wow.
I mean, you got to be like really good to be getting.
I'd rather go
number 1 pick.
undrafted. Like in 2K19, you go undrafted, and I like that.
So it's an automatic undraft?
If you play 2K19, you go overseas.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
That's just how it starts off. Or can you go straight to the NBA?
You could. You can skip the story mode, but I don't think you should.
Yeah. I would want to indulge in the entire story.
But you play overseas in 2K19.
Okay. So that's something.
And then you come back with
I got
Shanghai.
2K19. Okay.
Yeah, with Shanghai, and then you come back over and you get a chance to sign a contract with teams that are interested in you. So while you're playing over there, you're making NBA teams interested.
Oh, got you. So I
signed with the Timberwolves on a 2-year deal with possibly I think it was like $60 million contract.
So you might have 2 or 3 different teams give
No,
you
you can get at least 10. I got like 10, 15
different teams?
Yeah, 10, 15 different
and you
teams.
can pick wherever you want to go.
Yeah, but they all like you.
Right.
All of the teams, like, they have interest in you, but there's a matter of interest who you can go to. You have the highest interest where they're willing to offer you more. You have the lowest interest all the way down to where you can be a starter, bench player,
Right.
stuff like that. But then you have to.
I get you.
You have
That's
to come off
good,
the
though.
bench. You have to come off the bench in the beginning, though.
Yeah.
Then you come, okay, the coach likes you, whatever. Then you come to 6 man. You gotta keep doing good, like getting B pluses or higher.
Yeah.
Next you know, you're the starting lineup. You keep going. Next you probably be the franchise player of the franchise.
Wow, that's not bad. I need to get back into it because, like I said, I was big into 2K.
You can be a 99 overall in 2K where you're known as the legend.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that takes a lot of grinding. If you don't just put the money up and get like badges and all that.
No. Saying is, hey, you can put the money up and they put a cap on you, so you're only allowed to go up to like 85, 88, but then you have to
earn the rest.
Because they have like a cutoff where you can level all the attributes up, then it will stop. Then you have to unlock them with using cap points that you do on a day in the game. Because they don't want anybody to go to 99, 99, 99.
That's
they put a cap
easy.
on you. Yeah, that's too easy. They put a cap on you.
Okay.
Then you get badges in 2K19 for how you level up. Like, is he a dunk, or same with 2K20 if it's a little different.
Okay.
It's like, hey, is he a dunk or is he a dime, or like does he give his teammates assists? Is he a sharp like it's like these different kind of perks basically.
Yeah, Deadeye. I remember Deadeye and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
Deadeye, a corner 3 or something.
Corner specialist. Chase down block.
Yes.
So we're gonna kind of switch a little bit, and I wanted to talk about graphics. You were just talking about the graphics of the game. So what game have you played that the graphics just blew you away?
Since I got a gaming monitor.
Oh, you do? So
I just got one.
So the resolution is probably like A1.
It's a plus the one.
Right.
So yeah. So I would definitely say it's great. I'll say DBD has not a bad animation, but I would say maybe sports. I would say 2K. Hands up, dude.
The graphics, but Naughty Dog. So Naughty Dog, they started
do
out,
Last of Us. I like those graphics. Yes.
Last of Us, but I know this next Last of Us, the graphics are going to be incredible because they also do Uncharted.
Yes, with Nate.
Yeah. So when I first got the PS4, it came with it, and I never played them before. Now I've seen some family members play the ones on PS3, Uncharted. I think it was 2, but playing this, I said, my God, the graphics are incredible. Like, especially there's this one mission where you have to go to Africa, and the way it's the colors and the mud looks so real and everything, and I'm like, they put so much time and effort.
They do.
Yeah,
you have to. You definitely have to put time and effort. Something like that. I like the game developers.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to go off to another game, but Far Cry 5 is another good one.
Far Cry, yeah.
Yeah, with another game graphic, especially with I love the actor that played Joseph. Like, I never played the game. I watched my siblings played it, so they played it a couple times. So I would just watch them. But I like they said that he got so far into character that he did a great, like the one that plays Joseph. That's the, oh my God, I see it. Oh my God, it's coming.
Oh, so that's the cult leader?
Basically,
Far Cry 5.
Yes, I think they're coming out with another one.
They might.
They already did. I think they did a part 2. They did a part 2.
Oh yeah, it's New Dawn.
Yeah, New Dawn. Yes. Damn good graphics, man.
Yeah, the graphics are incredible. Yeah. I'm glad you said Far Cry because I forgot about that game. So I haven't played. They had Primal where they went back into prehistoric times.
I want to see that.
I've seen it and
I
it
like
looked
prehistoric times.
But I don't know. To me, I haven't played it, so I can't really judge it. But just going off of what I've seen, I don't see the allure of just. I mean, because you probably have to make your own spears and get the parts, and I kind of like guns. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of like. Not real guns, but guns in the game.
I think the audience knows that.
But the guns in the game. So I'm talking about Far Cry 3. When I first played Far Cry 3, that blew me away. You want to talk about the actor? The villain in that game is incredible. He's like nuts. He's really crazy.
That's going back to what we talked about in the past episode about Leo DiCaprio with his getting into character. So compared to this guy, and we're not getting off subject, it goes with it. Well, that guy got so far into character, he's like, he became that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. This person, whoever played this villain, he deserves every award imaginable because, I mean, even years later, you cannot forget him. They actually put him in Far Cry 5. Apparently, he was like the bobblehead in one of these trucks. I
know that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still alive or he just didn't want to do it?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about it. That's why I'm asking you.
No. Well, he's still alive, but I'm just talking about, I guess, paying homage to Far Cry 3. They just put the bobblehead of that villain.
I saw that, and I'm like, nobody really explained that.
And I forget his name. It's some weird name, but I beat that entire game. And it's incredible.
But Far Cry 5 beats Far Cry 3, obviously, because different times.
I don't know. Graphics is one thing.
It is, but I like the acting in that though.
Okay, so this is what I can't speak to it entirely only because I've never played Far Cry 5. I'm just talking about Far Cry. There you go with your gasp too.
You like that.
So Far Cry 3, it was Xbox 360. I think I played it on Xbox 360. Yeah, I'm not an Xbox guy.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I had the red ring of death.
Just right, people's gonna go ahead and put us on get the pixel. What?
Yeah.
Microsoft, baby.
No, PS4. Yeah,
all
the PlayStation is better. They got better exclusives.
I like Sony.
Yes. Yeah. So, and I had the red ring of death, and I did everything. They were talking about wrap it up in a towel and turn the game on so it could overheat. No, the red ring never went away. So you got to either get a new one or send it off to Microsoft and have them fix it. But that's besides the point. I was going to say with Far Cry, excuse me, just the first thing that got me is I was beginning of the game. I was walking across the creek. You know, like usually in video games, you're looking out for the enemies. Like, okay, I'm walking across this creek where next thing you know, this alligator comes up and snatches my ass up. I'm like, what?
He's like, come here. You just dropped your wallet. Oh, I want to steal your wallet.
But that's the thing. Like, didn't expect it. I didn't know there were like animals in the jungle that would just like snakes. You'd just be walking. Next thing you know, this snake, you get like stuck in the neck.
And then you know you're dead.
Or the tigers. Like, I remember this one part where I was minding my own business and this bear came out of nowhere and fucked me up. And I'm talking about, I had a nice sized gun and I'm hitting this thing and he's not dying. He ended up killing me. So like, yeah. Die. And they got tigers and all types of stuff. So the game is incredible because even on your way to a mission, you can still get killed by one of the wild animals out there. So,
which they may try to make realistic.
They do. So I don't know what Far Cry 5 has done. I'm sure they still have that element where, yeah, the animals are just out there and they can, kill you at will. But I like Far Cry. And I really like the first-person shooter games. Not all of them, but a lot. Call of Duty's cool.
That's one of the top ones.
Oh, yeah. Call of Duty is never going away.
Since I've been a guy, I remember back 2002, 2005 is...
Yeah, it's never going away. Racing games. How do you feel about racing games?
They're dying, slowly dying.
They are.
Yeah, because if you think about it, race track kill is not people coming to it.
But I'm gonna tell you why I think they're dying because Grand Theft Auto does everything.
Because you get a chance to steal cars, you get a chance to beat people up.
Yeah.
And there's also another game out called Payday 2, where you can actually.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I'm about to buy it. It's $7 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are you doing that?
Yeah, bank heisting, man.
The whole game.
Yeah, you can bank heist, but it's like realistic. You have to escape from the cops.
Okay.
And stuff like that. I'm thinking about trying it out, then possibly streaming it out to my audience eventually, so have more than just DVD.
I just saw that. I saw Payday 2, and I didn't know it was $7, but I've always heard that and Mafia. I've heard good things about Mafia. Mafia 3 to be specific. But these, I can speak to Mafia 3. It's in the realm of Grand Theft Auto. So it's like you can steal cars, you get jobs, you go into these areas where you gotta like
You're part of
shoot.
the gang, obviously.
Yeah. So but I was gonna say with Grand Theft Auto, with the racing, it took it away because if you were to play Need for Speed or Gran Turismo or there's so many racing games out there. Forza Sport, I think, is one of them. It's one thing to just race, but when you can do that in Grand Theft Auto, and then you can go hunt down a bear or go play pool or darts or watch a movie, and then you get this whole other world out there where you can, do side missions, main missions. Story's great. It's going to kill off just the going around. That's going to get boring after a while, just in my opinion.
Yeah.
It would get boring. But Grand Theft Auto is a good one too. That might be my favorite game of all time.
I got it to Grand Theft Auto 3, I think.
3.
I'm thinking 3. My uncle bought it.
Was
for me.
that was the one where they were in New York, right?
I believe.
Or
it
was
was on
Liberty
PS2.
City?
It was on PS2. The old.
Yeah, Liberty City. That's what they
Yes, it
call
was
it.
called. Yeah, and I didn't know. I was a kid. I'm like, oh, I could kill people. It was
Yeah.
like. Because you can beat them up. Like, I for some reason, this lady just made me mad, so I just pulled out, I yanked herself out of the car, just beat her to a point.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, I'm a kid. I'm like, I told my, me as a kid, I told my dad, I'm like, yo, this is not. And he's like, what? It snatched the game up.
Right.
He's like, what was that?
But I think they even had to go in front of Congress because some of the stuff in the game, like you can have sex with prostitutes in the game.
What?
Especially this new one. This is what they do in the new one. You can go to the strip club. So you can go to the strip club, you can drink at the bar, or you can go get a lap dance.
Oh my God.
Now, I tried it out because I saw it online.
Of course you did.
Of course, I had nothing else
You
to
had
do.
to.
I had,
Of course
why
you
not?
did.
I was like,
Why
this has
not?
to be true. Because you read some stuff you read online and they'll say,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you need a mod for it. No, this is not a mod. This is actually in the game. So you go in there and you keep tipping the girl and she keeps dancing. And I think you might have to push buttons like where you can smack her on the butt. It's been so long since I did it, but you push buttons to get her to be more friendly with you. After you keep doing it and doing it and doing it, you can take her home and have sex with her.
And
This is in the game.
And they kind of take it out of the game, correct?
You take it out the game?
Did I thought you said Congress like, dude, you guys.
No, they kept all this in. Of course, you don't see them having. This is what I will say though.
You can't.
Bruh, listen to this. This is even worse. What I just told you is worse enough. Where you can go to a strip club, play to get a lap dance, pay to get a lap dance, and then take her home and have sex. But what about the prostitutes that's walking the street? You pull up to your car. There's certain areas in the game that you know there's going to be prostitutes out there. You pull up, beep the horn. They come. Hey, what you want, big guy? Gets in the car.
Are you serious?
They get in the car.
That's super serious.
It is super serious. They get in the prostitute gets in the car. It's funny because I just played it like maybe 2-3 months ago.
Of course you did.
Yeah, but you see, because the game's fun. It's fun.
I bet.
I'm surprised you haven't played it.
Nope.
So outside of these weird things, let me finish the prostitute story. So she gets in the car and she says, let's go somewhere private. So now you have to drive around until you find like a dark alley. They've been doing this since San Andreas. But this is more explicit. San Andreas, what they would do is when you take the prostitute to
I
a
remember
dark...
seeing it.
Okay,
And then
all
also
you see is the car shaking.
Or they would have showed you a foot going out and down. And then
That's what they do in this one. You'll take them to a dark alley and...
I've seen a couple gameplays of that.
her head goes right there.
And
Or
you
she
like-
jumps right on top of you. And I'm like, wow, are you serious?
So in this new game, they actually show you a little bit more. They just can't show you skin because of
They can't show the private
No,
parts and
they
stuff.
can't.
So they'll just show her head in the area, or she's sitting on top of you and they're rocking. But and I think
This
after
is
you
crazy.
nut, the controller vibrates.
You
I
said-
said, this is ridiculous.
This is great, dude.
The controller vibrates after you bust a nut, man.
That's crazy,
serious,
man.
man.
That's super serious.
So I was like, okay, there's some things you do cross the line, but
That's crossing the line.
To be fair,
jumping over the line again.
They put the M on the game, so it's not for kids. This is for adults. So, but that's
Parents
the
don't
good
give the
thing.
kids that though. Actually, the kids see that stuff.
Kids see it, or they don't care. The
parents don't kill.
Mom, I want Grand Theft Auto. Okay, if it's going to shut you up, go ahead. You can have it. Not knowing that there's all this crazy stuff. It's bad enough that you can go around and shoot police officers and fire department people at will. That's bad enough.
It is.
But to have these extra elements, so this is what I'm getting to.
We have a fun time.
But this is what I'm getting, because it's almost outside of like going out and doing whatever you want to do.
That's pretty much what this game is about. Say, if you want to get away with stuff, do it in this game. Don't do it in real life, because you're not getting away with it in real life.
Exactly. So it is a fantasy world where you can live out, like you come from nothing. If you play as Franklin, he doesn't have a lot of money. Then he gets with people, and then you get to have a lot of money. So since you haven't played the game, there's 3 characters. You have Michael. He's like he almost seems like a mob type of person. He's got the suit with the shirt unbuttoned, and he's dry. He has a nice house. Trevor is the maniac. So he's just crazy. He's like a trailer trash guy. He drives around in a pickup truck. He lives in a trailer park. Like most of the game is like in the city, but this Trevor person, he lives all the way out in the desert. And they all have their own special abilities. But I was getting to Franklin. So Franklin is in the hood, and he's staying with his aunt. He gets up with Michael. Michael puts him onto some jobs, and they start doing bank heists. And they start doing this, that, and the third, and he gets more money. They move him up. Now he's living in the hills. He's got a pool. He's got a walk-in closet. He's got all this stuff.
Hey, I want that.
Yeah. So
looks like Batman Mantle.
There it is. So because it's kind of like up on a hill. But that's the thing, like the element of coming from nothing, where you really start the game and you don't have anything.
You have to grind on it.
Yeah, like his friends are making fun of his haircut.
Literally, obviously, because you get a chance to hook up with hookers.
Yeah, grind on it. I got you. Yeah. But I would say that that is one of the most extensive games I've ever seen.
It's really explicit.
Because you have explicit, but so much stuff. You can golf, play pool, tennis,
drink,
drugs, darts.
Probably drugs it though too.
Hell yeah. There's this one scene you have to take the drugs. This guy is sitting out there and he's like, take this, smoke this weed. So he smokes it and he must have laced it with something. Next thing you know, you're butt naked flying in the sky. Like, yeah, he's like, I think you smoke it, then all of these clowns come out. Is that how you do it? Yeah, that's how you do it, just like that.
Just like that.
So all of the clowns come out, and then you have to kill the clowns, and then I think aliens come out. So he's high, like killing aliens with like this zap gun. And then next thing you know, he's flying around like just his underwear on.
And it's like, I'm on cloud 9. That's basically what they're saying.
So yeah, if you get drunk, the screen gets real blurry, and then you start walking. And like the game is like so immersed in elements of real life, but it does go overboard when.
Well, that's explicit stuff.
Yeah,
yes.
And I'm gonna tell you this though. So I remember a person, not gonna name their name. I watched them play this game. It was a older Grand Theft Auto, and I watched the way they drove in the game. You know how you drive in Grand Theft Auto, you cutting people off. I get in the car with him. He thinks it's Grand Theft Auto. I was like, bruh, no, pull over. I'm not riding with you. This is not a video game. I'm dead serious. He's like shooting out, weaving through traffic. He really thought this is the way to drive. Or he's been playing that game so much that.
That's another thing too that's happening is people's getting fiction into nonfiction life. Well, you can't do that.
You can't.
Outside of a video game.
Right.
Well, okay, I can drive reckless in this game. Well, I can do it in real life. No, you cannot.
Yeah, but see, Call of Duty did this too. There was a part in Call of Duty where you're a terrorist and you go into this airport lobby and you have to kill all of they don't have guns, they're innocent bystanders, and you have to shoot all of them.
Are you serious?
So I'm like, Why would you put that in a game with
Why?
all these mass shootings, and you're going to put this in a game?
Why? That's what they said is a spark in it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's something that these developers do need to think about. Like, yes, you have the tools to create whatever you want,
But
whatever
people,
world you
people's
want.
take these people that has screw looses, taking it seriously.
Exactly. But what I was going to say was that's why it comes up to the developers. Okay, you just said it with the 2K. You could buy so much, and then there's like a ceiling where now you have to do other things to get to where you need to go. You could tell a vivid story, or you could immerse the player in this real world, but there's certain things you can't let them do, like not going to a place and just shoot up a whole bunch of innocent people. And it looks real, you know, Call of Duty, it's like the first
Graphics
person, so it's like the gun.
definitely
You're
real.
the person with the gun, and you're just shooting innocent people. So
Then if
that's
cops
just,
show up, you start shooting them.
yeah. Now try that in real life.
Oh, they're putting your ass down.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I wanted to talk about something else, but it doesn't have to do with video games. So I'm going to take a mental note, and we're going to talk about it on a different show.
Okay.
But just with video games, I'll say this. I grew up on video games. The first video game system we got was the Nintendo. The games kind of sucked.
Kind of sucked.
Yeah, they kind of sucked because
Kind of sucked, man.
the Nintendos have the cartridges.
Back
So
then,
sometimes
yes.
they don't work. You have to blow in them, or you
That's
have
when they
to
would start
put,
coming out with them, basically. That was back then when they started was coming out with them.
Yeah, but see, they didn't tell you how to clean them properly. So you
No.
would put it in. You would sometimes have to put another Nintendo game on top of it, like wedge another one in there just for it to work. After that, the PS just took over. When we got the PlayStation, everything changed. Actually, I think it was Genesis after that, then the PlayStation, and the graphics were better. It was more 3D because the first games were just like two-dimensional. It was just like side-scrolling. But then it got into like, now I can go jump over stuff, and you know, it's just a 3-dimension thing. And that's where we're at today with these games. They just have better graphics. So I think the PlayStation really changed the landscape on games and how you
But
play
Nintendo
them.
came back with the Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
And I'm about to get one for Christmas. So
Oh, you
yeah.
are?
Yeah.
What's the allure with the Switch? Why do so many people like the Switch?
I have no clue. I never played it. I'm about to get it.
So, but this is what I've heard. I've heard it's better like the handheld.
Yeah, you can actually dock and put it on TV, or you
Yeah.
can take it, or you can take it mobile.
Someone was saying that the TV version wasn't the greatest,
What do
but the handheld part is.
I'd rather have the TV, to be honest with you.
Okay. They were just saying like the handheld is where it's at. That's why
They
they
sell it
got
to much. They had the light out called the Nintendo Switch Lite, where you can't dock it. It's just
Oh, really? It's just
go. That's why the first Nintendo Switch, you can dock it and take it
Yeah.
where you want to.
Okay. But we're gonna wrap this episode up. We talked about some pretty good stuff. Leave a comment and tell us what's your favorite video game and what's your least favorite video game.
And why? And
why?
what you guys think about that explicit stuff in the Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
games? Should they con that down? Or should they just keep ripping it up? And
I think
stuff?
it's gonna get worse.
It's going to get worse before it
Yeah.
gets better. Just let us know. You can hit us up on Twitter. I'm
Yep.
at Aeon Swarm.
And the 1RM. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.